Europe's largest park, an abandoned pool, and the story of how we nearly froze at the top of the mountain. All in one city and all in this video. Hi there, you probably stumbled on my channel by accident, so let me explain what it's about. I'm from Russia and I make videos about traveling around my country. In my last video I showed you how we climbed a radioactive mountain. This one, you could say, is about a winter that arrived out of nowhere. From here I'll be used AI translation, so you don't have to struggle with my accent.
So we arrived in the city of Kislovodsk. It's located in the North Caucasus, about 1,000 miles from Moscow. If you translate the city's name literally, it means sour waters. The reason is that there are many natural Narzan mineral springs here. These springs have been known for several centuries. Pushkin, Lermontov, Tolstoy, Chekhov, and many others came here to relax, and the local landscapes inspired many of their works. Even today, thousands of tourists come here every year. The first place we went was the springs. Today, they are located inside large galleries where you can taste different types of Narzan. They all taste slightly different because they contain different minerals. The water has a distinctive flavor, slightly salty with a hint of metal. By the way, in this city, you can also take baths with this healing mineral water. This beautiful building is where those treatments take place, but the line there is incredibly long. However, that's not the main reason we came here. We came to take a walk through one of the largest parks in Europe and to head into the mountains. We're in Kislovodsk, and now we're going to check out some of the main sites that most tourists come here to see. After that, we'll also visit a few more unusual spots, places that not many people know about, but that I think are just as interesting. It's no surprise that most of the city's attractions are located in the park. The park is enormous, with countless paths for walking. We chose the trail that leads to the Valley of Roses. We intentionally came to the city outside the tourist season, so there aren't many people in the park right now. At the moment, this place may look rather ordinary, but during the season, it looks completely different. Thousands of roses bloom here. We were caught in the rain, which actually added a special atmosphere, and it turned out to be perfect for the place we were heading to. It might look like we've been teleported to Pripyat, but no, this is still the same park in Kislovodsk. You could say this place is a symbol of abruptly changed history, a witness to the hopes of millions that were lost. The pool we're standing in was originally built for the Olympics held in the USSR and later used for health and recovery treatments. When the USSR collapsed, this place fell into neglect, and now it stands abandoned as a reminder of a bygone era. Places like this are strange to visit, a bit eerie, but also fascinating, like stepping into a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie. After that, we headed to another natural attraction located just outside the city called Mount Ring. It has a very unusual appearance. According to local legend, if you walk through the ring in the mountain, any wish you make is said to come true. Behind me is the very ring itself. Although the mountain isn't very tall, the view from here is absolutely stunning. But the most interesting part happened the next day, when we decided to hike to the highest point in the area, a mountain called Bolshoye Sedlo. Why I say it was supposed to be, you'll understand a bit later. For now, we set off on our way. The weather promised to be good, which should have made for a pleasant walk. There are two routes to reach the summit, an easier one and a more challenging one. We decided to choose the second option. It's early spring now, but it looks like a mix of autumn and spring. You can see the first spring flowers beginning to bloom, while at the same time, there's still snow on the ground. The first stop on our route is the first viewpoint. From this height, you can see the park and the city of Kislovodsk itself. By the way, this is a very popular spot. Right nearby, you can see a monument to Mikhail Lermontov. They say he liked to stand here, looking out into the distance and searching for inspiration for his writing. For now, we're following a well-maintained trail. In some places, there are even steps along the path. we're heading toward the mountain called Big Saddle. Now we're no longer on the equipped trail. We're about to start climbing the mountain, and look how much the weather has changed. The fog is so thick that you can't see anything at all. It actually reminds me of Stephen King's The Mist. It feels like tentacles could start creeping out of the fog at any moment. Of course, that's not going to happen, but if it did, the video would definitely get a lot more interesting. As we later realized, that's when the real adventure began. With each passing minute, the weather kept getting worse. It grew colder, the fog thickened, and the chill became even more noticeable. But that didn't stop us. We kept moving forward. We're approaching the summit, and an icy rain has just started. For those who aren't familiar with this phenomenon, the raindrops freeze the moment they hit the ground, covering everything around in a thin layer of ice. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Finally reached the very top of the mountain. The wind is fierce, it's freezing cold, and everything around is coated in ice. But we made it to the summit anyway. safely made it down the mountain, and just as we arrived, the fog cleared. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment and subscribe to the channel. In one of my next videos, I'll show you how we climbed the highest mountain in Europe.